Famous landmarks, the Taj Mahal, the pyramids, or even the Eiffel Tower. Some treasure these structures, but I just won't. Why? They're just copies of your average UK build, except it's 1,000 times bigger. The Eiffel Tower is just a big pylon, Rio de Janeiro is a bigger version of London's infamous Paddington Bear statue, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa is a slightly bigger version of my sausage. So I thought today I could adapt onto the original designs of these boring builds and make them suit the youngsters of the modern day a bit more. And although the ladies of the UK are absolutely desperate to add my bedroom to the list of famous landmarks, I will not be using it as an example in this video for the reasoning of it's wild enough already in there. So let's hop into our first landmark. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is pathetic. It's not only a rubbish design, but I found out something else about this sad little building. I think somebody better call up the Italian council for this one, because this tower may look fine from a distance, but up close you'll notice that it is tilted, lopsided, or even wonky. It's about as straight as Alan Carr. This is why my first change is to give it a bit of a nudge to return this tower to its previous position. My next change for this build is to stop it from being nothing. If you go and see this wonky attraction, you will notice that it's all decoration and no fun. Meaning, it's just something to have a look at. This is why the Leaning Tower of Pisa is gagging to become a casino. Now, I feel this will go down positively with the Italians, as in 2022, 43% of the residents of Italy have been known to have been spotted gambling. I think this will be an absolute whopper of a change for the gambling community, and I feel like construction should start ASAP. Alright guys, next up we've got the Taj Mahal. Some say it's pretty cool, but really it's just a big house, let's be honest. It has a few perks, one of them that inspired hit movie Aladdin with its fictional building construction, but I'm gonna be honest, it just takes up room in such a wonderful country. So I was gonna suggest a downsize, but I've gone for a slightly tastier approach. In my opinion, India's Taj Mahal would be much better if it was a Wetherspoons. This would be a perk for Spoons' weekly phenomenon, the Curry Club. In fact, I think someone should reach out to Wetherspoons owner Tim Martin to make this dream a reality. I feel this is needed because there's a lack of attractions in India, and I feel like this is the perfect way to spice things up. The Eiffel Tower is a mess. If you want to see a big pylon, look out your window, don't fly to Paris. But what if I said that going to the Eiffel Tower could be a saucy activity to feed your flirty needs? Now, people have named Paris the City of Love for centuries, but it hasn't quite lived up to its name. Not until now. I think the Eiffel Tower is the perfect location for a dating facility, and maybe some days we might do a speed dating service. If you don't get me, here's the plan. You'll queue outside the tower, which will be decorated with love hearts and LED lights. And you'll go in and be assigned with some lucky ladies who want to make babies. I think it's a perfect addition to the city of France, but not all wonders come for cheap prices. There will be a £90 charge for the evening, drinks and food separate, but don't worry, I think it's a perfect excuse to show off your sexy cash. I'm also thinking about making a policy in which it's illegal to spend over an hour with someone of the opposite sex and not sleep with them, just so it's not too much of a rip-off, guys. Anyone caught breaking this simple rule will be fined another €90. And also, at some point in the future, we could also adapt the idea by turning Le Louvre into a gay version. You know, I think this is what the city needs, and I think this is what the city's gonna get. Now let's be honest, the pyramids of Egypt are simply boring. It's a big pile of bricks with the camels hang about. They have no use now that the sexy mummies have passed away. But hold on, I've come up with a plan. I'll be taking some inspiration from the city of Amsterdam with this one. What if we make an Egyptian-themed version of the red light district set inside a real pyramid? Now hear me out on this one. It's simple. We round up the prozzies, give them Egyptian mummy outfits, chuck them in a pyramid, and we're pretty much done, you know? We might have to dig up some new rooms and move some beds in there. But other than that, it's a piece of cake. For pricing, I'm thinking of a unique kind of idea, you know? Every pound you pay is worth a pound in the mummy. Now, if you don't get me, you pay £40, you get £40 an hour. I think it'll be a smashing tourist attraction. We'll also install Bluetooth speakers into the pyramid so we can blast Egyptian tunes while you blast Egyptian mummies. I think it's the next big thing for Egypt, and I cannot wait to get in touch with the with the Egyptian council to make this dream a reality. Thanks for joining me in this epic video. Remember to subscribe, because every subscriber is a step closer to making these structures a reality. So comment, like, subscribe, because new videos every day. That's right, every day. So N.Clubingham's the name, remember that. Next video I'm thinking of doing like who would win in a fist fight, Jimmy Savile or Jeffrey Epstein. I think it'll be a fascinating topic for the YouTube community. So see you in the next one, guys.